Most of the time, we're able to see things much clearer with a picture in our minds. It creates a deeper connection when we can see how a situation can play out. And think about how you can make your JV prospect imagine the feeling or connect with the result of having invested with you. So can you talk about the boat they're going to buy, or the credit card debt that's wiped clean, with the image of them getting the letter and opening it up? Like, create the story, create the visual around what your solution is actually going to do for them. Most people need to have things spelled out for them because they can't see the conditions or the causes that's going to make that big goal happen. When they can't see it, they don't think it's possible. And even the smartest people will argue why it's not possible if they can't see it. They'll wait until you're done and then they'll say something like, I don't think that'll work. So the best way to make them see things is walk them through the process. Make it easy for them to say yes. When you understand exactly what your customer is feeling, you can walk them through their fears and you can address everything they could be thinking about. So how do you know what these things are? You ask them. Listen to what they're saying, and it sounds very simple, but the more you ask your potential customers what they want and what they worry about, the more you'll be able to solve their problems. So as an example, when I first started talking to prospects about investing with me, I focused on all the cool stuff I was learning because all I wanted to do was prove how smart I was. And then I ignored what they were really concerned about. In my case, all of my prospective JV customers worried about the tenant. Even though I was really confident that my system was in place to remove problem tenants, I still pushed it away when this big concern they had, it was nothing. So in other words, because I was comfortable, I expected them to be, but they weren't. So then I did two things. One, I began to walk them through the process if a tenant goes bad. Second, I would bring this up at the beginning of our conversations, especially when the first thing out of their mouth was, so what am I going to make? When they asked me that straight off the top, I would just say something along the lines of, well, that's a good question. I'll answer that in a second, but I just wanted to let you know how I handle problem tenants, because we're not going to make any money with a damaged property, are we? So with that one framing technique, I positioned myself as the expert because I told them something that they were already thinking. And then I opened the floor for more questions that they may be emotionally attached to, which turns the focus away from the profit and the ROI.